Office, hearing great yarns about King power. The football conoscenti tend to prefer the Andy King version. Anyone who knew the game and was watching Leicester closely during 2014-15 could see that their low league position was misleading. They played well nearly every week, even shocking Manchester United with an uproarious Vardy-fueled 5-3 win early in the season. Nearly all their defeats were a little unfortunate, and by a single goal. Steve Parish, the Crystal Palace chairman, told Susan Whelan, Leicester's CEO, that you are the best team I have ever seen at the bottom of this league. So, even in their parlous position of still being bottom at the start of April 2015, this was a club ripe for an upturn. Its players just needed a confidence boost. That came on the 4th of April at home to West Ham when, with 5 minutes to go, just on as a substitute, and with an improvised touch, King diverted a miss-hit Vardy shot past West Ham's keeper Adrian to turn 1-1 frustration into a 2-1 win. That kept us in the race and gave us the belief we could win, King reflects. It did feel like a moment, like we had turned a corner. When I look back, that is the most important goal of my career. And, indeed, King's typically quick-thinking finish did seem to spark something in his colleagues. Suddenly, Leicester were a decisive team, grabbing points with late goals and comeback wins, and this mentality carried on when the title season began. But those who really know Leicester, including King himself, know there is a much earlier starting place to the journey. I think the biggest turning point was actually Watford, says King. Watford? At Watford, 12th of May 2013, Championship Playoff Semi-Final second leg, Vicarage Road. There. That's where the miracle began. First, scroll back further. Back to August 2010, when, after being Leicester's sponsor, Vichai Srivaddhanaprabha decided to go further and buy the club. In fact, he was called Vichai Raksriaksorn then. Srivaddhanaprabha granted by the King of Thailand early in 2013, and meaning light of progressive glory, is an ennobled surname. Around a dressed-down football club, in any case, the owner has always been known as Kun Vichai, or Mr. Vichai. His son, Ayawat, youngest of his 4 kids, is Leicester's vice-chairman and day-to-day boss, and goes by his nickname, Top. Back in 2010, Kun Vichai and Top did what new overseas owners in England tend to do. They backed a big-name overseas manager, Sven-Goran Eriksson. And, as tends to happen in these situations, it was an expensive call that did not work. But then, something occurred to suggest these ties were not just another set of moneyed football knives from abroad. Kun Vichai and Top decided Leicester should reappoint its former manager, Nigel Pearson. An unglamorous, even controversial decision. A masterstroke. Pearson, once a rugged centre-half, is bullet-headed, crew-cutted, straight-backed. He looks like a military man, and says he would have joined the RAF if it had not been for a football career opening up for him upon leaving school in Nottingham. He is a man's man. Pearson described, to Henry Winter of The Times, how he once went on a walking holiday, solo, to the Carpathian Mountains in Romania, and was set upon by a pack of feral dogs. He blinded a couple with his walking pole, and dived into stinging nettles to escape the others. He is the type who prepares, and had researched the local area, knowing it had a problem with wild dogs that attacked sheep and even killed bears. He had also read that these dogs' sensitive noses could not stand nettles. So in he dived. Pearson goes in for horseplay, and caused a ruckus midway through the 2014-15 season when he grabbed Crystal Palace's James MacArthur and put him in a half-jokey, half-menacing headlock.